Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Battle Brothers Let's Play. So in the previous episode, we were sort of running around up to the north. The episode before that, we had been over in Olbing and Eidsvik, where we were doing some work. And then we were going to sort of go the long way around back to here and check out Gronenwall. I decided to reload and go this way instead because I had found that by traveling this way, we ended up getting to a couple of settlements where there was nothing for us, and we desperately needed money and food, and we ended up running out of both. So rather than have us go out in such anticlimactic fashion, I decided to sort of retry it and go this way instead, but skipping Gronenwall because there was nothing there for us. So we ended up in Ellenberg a little bit quicker than we would have otherwise, and then we decided to make our way to the west and eventually back down to Koppingen. So today we're going to check out Hageberg and see what they have there for us. I think we're going to be hanging out in this area for a while since these settlements are fairly close together. We should be able to hit a few of them each day and find work a little bit quicker that way. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to head straight to Hageberg right now. Is it Hageberg or Hageberg? I think Hageberg sounds better, even if that's incorrect. It's a little bit more fun to say. I think it's a little bit easier on the ears than Hageberg. But yeah. So there's a tavern here, armor and a weaponsmith. I don't think we need morale. Oh, we actually do have a level up though. So Hartmut, let's take care of you real quick. Something like that should be fine. Because he's in our back line and not in the front line, melee skill is going to be a big focus for him, and defense not as much. Obviously defense is still important, but because he should always have a buffer of one of these guys, I think that just his ability to make contact with that pitchfork is more important. Then we're going to go gifted so that he gets essentially a second level up, and we're going to do something like that. Do I have anything else he can wear? You know what, give him that. Give him the better headgear, and you can have this and this. There we go. That looks a little bit better. So we still need 2 more guys. Another spearman to cap off the right flank where Fiora was holding it down for a while. And then we need 1 more archer. Let's see, that can go. Probably don't need this many direwolf pelts. Let's sell everything but these 2. And let's see, they've got quite a bit of stuff here actually. Is there anything that I can't live without? There's a Gambison. There's also a really good helmet here. That is difficult. Well, some food probably would be a good idea. And then let's see, tools. Yeah, that's not a terrible price on tools. What about some people for hire? Actually, there's an armorer here. Oh, I should have saved up my money. Well, actually, those are selling for a lot more than they're worth, so maybe not. There are some kite shields. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. But we're not very good with shields yet, so I don't know if it's even worth it. They might get destroyed before we even take full advantage. So is there anybody here that we can hire? Svein, who's a farmhand. And Leif, who's a farmhand. Let's grab you. And we'll outfit him as best we can. We don't really have any armor for him, so let's just give him some headgear and a shield and a spear. And hopefully he can not die for long enough until we can get him some better armor. And I think that's all we're going to do there. Let's head to Weisenstad next. Maybe they'll have some work for us. That was a castle town. This, I believe, is just a village. It's a harbor city, so I don't remember if they'll have work for us. Oh, there we go. Oh, 2 jobs, nice. We'll probably start with the easier one first. Is there anybody here that we can hire for really, really cheap? That's a little bit too cheap. Ike the Owl. He's a historian. So you guys were telling me that historians can potentially read treasure maps and stuff, so he might be worth picking up. But I'm concerned that he might not live long enough for that to be of any importance. I also don't really have anything to give him as far as weapons. I'd prefer he be a ranged character. That would mitigate some of the danger. But at the same time, I don't have any ranged weapons to give anybody. So I'd have to buy a bow, which is going to be expensive, and you get the idea. So I think we're just going to go with the party that we have for the time being. Let's take a look at a couple of these jobs. And maybe by doing both of these, we'll have enough money to, you know, complete our party here. Alright, so he knows where some bandits are. He wants us to go kill them. 400 crowns. I'd like a little bit more. He's not willing to bargain, so I guess we'll just have to accept. He wants us to drive off some brigands. Okay, I'll accept that. I've noticed that human enemies in this particular build of the game are actually more difficult than they have been in the past. Why that is, I'm not entirely sure. Part of it is because I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, obviously, and so everything is going to be harder. But I don't think the tactics that they're implementing are the same, or at least because we increased our difficulty in this playthrough, they're using different tactics than they did on the lower difficulties, and that's throwing me a bit. But either way, we're having difficulty with human enemies lately. So some thugs and a few raiders. No ranged characters, which is important to note. Speaking of, our guys seem to all be equipped properly here. You are wounded, but nothing I can really do about that. Raymond is also pretty badly wounded, but and that one is brutal. That's not going anywhere though. This one is a bit crippling actually. -5 fatigue recovery per turn is actually a lot harder to deal with than this is. Oh well, because this is just like having somebody start with low fatigue. I mean, he's got 63, which is still better than a few people in this army, even though they have perfectly good lungs. But the broken nose is going to make him recover a lot harder than he would have, which is a shame. Okay, so we're going to do our best to... Oh, wow. I do not want to charge that hill. I assume that's where they're going to be coming from. We might want to back off to, like, here. If we can get there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do, like, full reverse here. Yeah, they're coming from this side. So we need to make sure that we can retreat far enough to gain some high ground and still be able to, you know, form a proper defensive, excuse me. So yeah, keep falling back. As long as we do full moves, we should be alright. Yeah, do that, I guess. The issue is because we're going uphill, we're going to get a little bit less distance out of our moves than they are coming... Well, actually, if they're going downhill, I think they take the same penalty, so... I don't know that that'll be an issue, but when they hit the flat ground, they're going to be moving a little bit quicker than we are. And there's always the off chance that somebody comes flying out of the back line there and pins one of my guys, and then we're absolutely screwed. I didn't mean to do that, but okay. That works. As long as you're going to the left of the screen, it doesn't really matter where you end up right now. But yeah, hopefully we can turn this train to our advantage. Can you move up? No. Didn't think so. Now this is a bit of a waste because we should be using this time to skirmish with them and deal some damage with our ranged characters, but obviously sitting on low ground where they could easily just kind of hang back where they were and take advantage of the high ground is not great. We could actually maybe just hold our ground right here, although our positioning is not that great either. Marcus being in that hole concerns me a bit as well. But I might just sit here. That way we can start skirmishing with them. Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 8 down there. Okay. Yeah, you know what? We'll just set up here. I want to start getting some missile fire off. Let's see. 65 right there, or 68. Honestly, he's a little bit more concerning with that axe. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Not with these archers. The funny thing is, their range skill is actually about as high as my archer's range skill was in our last playthrough, fairly late into the game. Like, he's already into the 60s, I think, for his range skill, which is pretty high, but he can't hit a damn thing. Let's have you wait. So yeah, I'm not sure what about him is causing him to just be so bad at hitting stuff, but he has been really ineffectual lately. Oh, great. We sort of screwed that up, didn't we? Let's see. When does Marcus get to go? Damn. Well, got a little bit of a problem here. So, my spears got mixed up, and so this part of the line has no spear wall coverage. So I might move you to here in the hopes that, well, he can get there. That's gonna be a problem. What to do, what to do. I'm gonna put him there and have him spear wall. And if you could maybe pop one of these guys, that'd be great. He doesn't have any armor, so I think that's the best way to go. Yeah, it's a free kill right there. He's not gonna do it because it's gonna take all of his AP to get there. So if I put the spear wall up, he's just not gonna bother. So you're gonna end up wasting fatigue. So I don't think I'm gonna bother. Up here, everything looks fine. You need to get off that low ground. I don't like the idea of him being in the low ground either, but we need proper spear wall coverage, or we may as well not have it at all. Okay, I think you can just relax. I'm gonna have you fall back to here. He's already got his spear up. Oh, I was not gonna do that. Oops. Oh well, too late now. But yeah, he's not gonna move next turn. I can virtually guarantee it. Oh, nicely done. Yeah, he's just gonna sit there. Because it would, like I said, it's gonna take him all of his AP to get there. And typically they're not gonna move into a spear wall unless they can land and attack. Let's have you wait. Because if they end up getting in on these spots, we're gonna need him to bail out Ulrich there. Okay, so he's going to sling a axe our way. What are you gonna do? He's gonna wait as well. Well, in that case, let's start putting some crossbow bolts toward them. Hopefully we can deal with this guy. If we can get a couple range kills, that would be fantastic. What are you gonna do? He's just gonna hang out there. Hopefully we can get this kill. Oh, so close. Well, we'll keep them at bay. If I can drop a couple of them before they close with us, that would be awesome. Especially some of the more dangerous weapons. Oh, he's in. That's not going to go well for us. You can't hit him there, so you just have to hang out. Raymond, you're kind of stuck there as well until these guys engage. You've got nothing doing up there. Ulrich is doing his best to keep them off of him, and that's pretty much his only chance of survival at this point. Nicely done. I'm hoping that we can kill this guy without destroying his armor, because that's some pretty good armor there, and I'd love to salvage it. Can you, like, clunk him and drop him? No. 2 misses there. That's kind of pathetic. Especially, I think his hit chance was over 60%, so, like, the fact that you missed twice at 60% is a bit ridiculous. Raymond, finish him off. Let's have you stab across there. So there's 2 dead. Doing pretty good. His spear's still up, so I think his spear wall still counts now that there's nobody adjacent with him anymore. He's just going to hang out there. You're doing your best to stay alive. That's always a good plan. 71, yeah, shoot him. Please don't destroy that armor. The Worn Mail is one of the best late game range character armors you can get. And if we recover it, I'll show you why. Can you kill him maybe? Nice. I love how they like snipe people from a huge distance, but when I try to point blank people at like 70%, it just never works. Keep that spear up. Keep yours up as well. Our line is holding. And I am pretty impressed with how they've handled these guys so far. They're, you know, obviously very, very scattered. There's only 4 of them left. And I don't think anybody has taken any damage yet, which is always nice. Oh, there goes his armor. That's unfortunate. So he's going to move into there, obviously. Let's have you try to stun him. Oh, come on. We'll just do a regular attack then. And you know what? I'll get you over here because I don't think they're going to test that part of the line. Even if they do, at this point they've only got 1 guy to do it with and there's 3 of them there, so. Raymond, can you finish him for me? No. That's unfortunate. Let's focus on him. Yeah, we had to get rid of him. He had the... Well, actually at this point it didn't matter because they both had similar weapons. His shield is gone. Let's go there then. What are you gonna do? Throw more axes at us? It's not working very well for you, pal. I hate to say it. Cool. There's a kill. Let's get some help down here for Spain. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna sort of reach out here and get up on this guy. He's gonna have to waste a turn switching weapons. So we should be able to just sort of surround him. Let's see, Ulrich, I want you there. Don't engage yet. Let's put you there. You're gonna get right up in his face. And for you, I'm not sure where would I want you yet. How about there? Okay, so we've got like 4 guys on each enemy here. Let's have you wait because Raymond needs to move. Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't matter then. Let's have you get your shield up so he doesn't kill you. You can maybe move up to here, I guess. Okay, so that was his turn. Let's get you up as well. Okay, time to just focus fire him down. We'll get as many guys on him as possible, obviously. There's a hit, I'll take it. Gonna be a little bit aggressive here because he's got a lot of people to swing at, and so I think he's probably gonna end up splitting his attacks. There it is. Okay, so no casualties and 4 level ups. I will happily take that. Loot wise, we did not recover any of the armors that I would have liked to, but we did get a decent set of headgear and another boar spear, which is going to really help us, and then a hand axe, which is a better version of a hatchet and a pretty damn good weapon overall. It's basically the Morning Star that's more effective against armor and can break shields. And then we got another Gambeson and another shield. So that was a pretty good victory for us because not only did we come out of it unscathed, we got some gear that we can turn around and use. And plus we don't have to replace anybody. The problem with, you know, winning but losing men is that all of that money goes into refilling your party rather than upgrading it. So let's see, Joseph. Definitely fatigue, definitely resolve. And I think I'm going to take the HP, even though he could really use melee skill and defense. Interesting that he could actually be turned into a fairly decent range character. And typically, I think I've mentioned this, but what I like to do is everybody who's not carrying a spear, and so would normally be spear walling, like the guys with the swords and the axes and stuff, I like to give them like throwing axes or javelins, so that while these guys are sort of holding it down with the spear wall, they can be skirmishing. That's something I like to do later on, and whether or not that's the most effective way to go about it is a different thing entirely, a different discussion entirely, but that's just something I like to do, because you might be wasting fatigue at that point, but at least you're not wasting turns. So, you know, take that one with a grain of salt, but that's sort of what I like to do. Kronar. Definitely some fatigue. You could use some resolve as well. And I think we're going to give you hit points. And then we'll go shield expert so that he's more effective with that shield. That should make him a little bit more survivable, so long as I remember to keep him raising his shield. Ulrich, you're going to become a student. And let's see here. He started out with pretty good fatigue. I'm actually impressed. Hit points, it looks like, aren't going to be a problem for him, so I think I'll go with melee skill in that case. And then Hagen, you're going to be a student as well. And probably give him more or less the same thing we give everybody else. Yeah, melee skill is going to be pretty critical there. I wish we had like pikes or something. Pikes would be really useful right now. So let's see. Ulrich, you're going to get the new spear. Svein, give you a new shield. And you could use a new spear as well, but we don't have one for you. I will give you one that's not broken though. And then let's see, this is 70. I think most of our helmets are actually better than that. So the question becomes who gets it. I think Joseph's going to get it. And you can have this. And I think the Gambison as well. Okay, so that's not too bad. We'll have to go sell some of this stuff. Let's go collect our coin. And then maybe we'll look at that 2 skull mission. Right, so here we are. Probably should jump into the temple with our newfound money and heal some people up. Oh, we got another contract too. How nice. Is there anybody that's like desperately wounded? I mean, Raymond's pretty bad, but I think he'll make it. So we might just leave it be. But let's see what this job is. 300. I want a little bit more. 320? What do you want me to do? We gotta chase somebody down. Okay. Well, I'll accept that. And it wants me to follow tracks. So, I'm gonna take a look at the time that we have left. And actually, you know what? Let's chase them down first, and then I'll figure out whether or not we have time to fight this one today. I'm assuming that we probably don't, so we'll get to where the enemy is, and then we'll pause, break off the episode, and come back in the next one, ready to fight. So where are these guys? Probably out in the marshes, like the last place I want to be fighting. Get back to work. Okay, there they are. This looks like it's going to be very similar to the last fight we were just in, but maybe a little bit easier because there's less of them. So we found them. I'm going to take a quick peek at the time, and then I think we're going to end the episode unless we have enough time left to finish this. So unfortunately, we do not have enough time, so I'm going to break it off here, and we will come back in the next one, ready to slaughter these guys, hopefully recover some decent gear from them. And if we have enough funds, which I'm thinking we might, we'll hire a 12th guy, get him outfitted, and then maybe look at that 2 skull mission. I'm nervous about taking on those jobs because they are scary. They are really difficult, and as I've said, if you end up getting somebody killed during one of these missions, all of your money ends up going toward replacing him rather than upgrading your party, so it's really not a victory so much as just like status, like maintaining the status quo, which is not what you want to do. You want to be moving forward, not, you know, treading water. Alright, so anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Battle Brothers with you, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.